Why should tech business founders choose Golang after years of sticking to traditional programming languages? This is one of the hottest questions entrepreneurs will ask over time as the Go language is gaining more attention. Moving to a new programming language will require resources, education, and perhaps hiring skilled programmers with the new language. It also means discarding the works that have been completed on previous platforms. With internet speeds growing steadily, companies are pressured to provide an improved and faster application experience. In the day of multi-core processors and the high-speed broadband network, Go was brought into the spotlight with promises of developing exponentially quicker apps. As a business owner, you should know the hype around Go and why engineers are so excited about it. What is Go? The first version was released in 2009. Go was an open-source programming language created by a group at Google and the efforts of other collaborators. Its goal is to make software development easier, especially for complicated structures and processes. Go soon gained astonishing popularity and has since become one of the top contemporary programming languages. Golang language promises code efficiency and speed, which results in quicker software and apps for businesses. Companies that recognize the importance of having an effective remote code have embraced Golang as their preferred programming language preferred. Here are some businesses that have switched to Golang: Google, Apple, Facebook, Docker, The New York Times, BBC. BBC. Instead of starting from the ground up, Go was developed based on the C language. Golang takes the structured syntax of C but with certain modifications and features which allow developers to manage memory effectively. This helps eradicate the notorious memory leakage issues if programmers don't release unneeded memory in error. What is the Golang used for? Go was initially designed for applications related to infrastructure and networking. It was designed to replace high-performance server-side languages such as Java or C++. At present, Go is used for various applications. Go is a popular cloud-based application or server-side app. DevOps and website reliability automation are two other well-known ways to utilize Go. A lot of command line tools have been written in Go. Go is used in the field of artificial intelligence and data science. A few games are made using microcontroller programming, robotics, and fun. Yet, Go shines the most in the area of infrastructure. Go's most well-known infrastructure tools are currently written, including Kubernetes, Docker, and Prometheus. Advantages of Golang. Golang. Here are some arguments for why Golang is more profitable than other programming languages. Golang is fast. Golang is capable of compiling directly to machine code without using an interpreter. As a result, development is accelerated because no intermediary steps are required. Golang is always one step ahead of Java when it comes to execution speed. Golang-based programs are lightning fast, and compilation is also quicker. To satisfy the demands of speedier back-end development, developers prefer to use Golang. Golang is easy to learn. Another reason to use Golang is that it is easy to master. Go is simple for software developers, especially those who already have a solid understanding of C and Java. Although the syntax and keywords might differ slightly, Go has the same procedure that developers would quickly become familiar with. Go Golang is well scaled. One of the primary reasons you should consider using Golang is its capacity to support concurrent programming. Go language has goroutines, which are functions that can run simultaneously and independently. Goroutines occupy just 2 kilobytes of memory, making them adaptable when several concurrent processes are required to run. Contrary to Java threads that block because of their nature, the goroutines are not blocking by. Goroutines combines an async method utilized by JavaScript and the traditional multithreading employed by Java. Golang's goroutines are the exact opposite of what Java's thread does, a heavyweight that eats up memory. Memory. It is technically possible to operate thousands of goroutines without the risk of crashing your system. Running a more compact and efficient software can give you an edge over your rivals. Comprehensive programming tools. Newer programming languages frequently lack development tools. This is not the case with Golang, however. True, Go lacks the breadth of third-party tools similar to Java provides. However, Go includes comprehensive tools that make coding simple for developers. Go has IDEs like Visual Studio Code and others often used for programming. There are a variety of editors, IDEs, and plugins available to download from the GitHub repository for Go. A handful of cloud-based IDEs which support Go can also be downloaded. Support Go can also be downloaded. Growing pool of talent. According to Hired Go, it is the most in-demand programming language globally. Companies are becoming aware of the advantages Golang could be for their business, and developers are brushing their Golang skills in large numbers. Using Golang as part of the software plan is getting access to a pool of talent that is bound to grow over time. It's likely to choose a developer who's familiar with Go. Disadvantages to Golang. Despite the increasing popularity of Go, however, it's not the ideal programming language. However, there is no perfect programming language. Here are some disadvantages you need to think about before using Go. Time-consuming. Golang isn't quite as descriptive as Python because the former is a purely written language. A programmer might need to code hundreds of lines to perform the same task, but it could be accomplished using a few lines in Python. Python. When creating their software, the lengthy time spent programming can deter teams from working against time-bound deadlines. It's a young language. Even though it is celebrating its 10th birthday, Golang is still a relatively new language. People who are just beginning to learn Golang might have difficulty with the existing libraries, particularly if they are connecting to other platforms. The absence of an SDK for third-user interfaces means that the team is tasked with writing additional code to connect multiple programs. Golang isn't able to support generic functions. The term function refers to a section of code that accepts input, processes it, and returns an output. However, generic functions are collections of functions with the same name with different input types at compile time. In the absence of support for generic functions, developers have to develop multiple processes that manage different types of parameters. Similar to C, which Golang is built on, the absence of generic parts can seriously limit code reusability and lower development efficiency. Efficiency. Golang aids engineers in the field of software to an extent in creating without interfaces. But there is an upper limit to the effectiveness of Golang since there are some areas of development Golang isn't built for, and languages such as Python are more suitable. This is the reason why it's not recommended to make use of Golang in this instance.